some of our institutions are weak, including the oil-producing institutions, which are supposed to increase production, to want to clear water from oil wells to increase production. And because the agreement of oil, EPSA, this EPSA thing, was never signed by us 10 years ago, it has not given us the necessary flexibility and the influence on some of our oil-producing companies. So we are not able to push them very hard for them to be able to increase production judiciously. And that's one of our problems. We even have oil wells that have not been explored as yet. We could even have more oil wells. Leave alone that. But even as weak our institutions, our mineral sector is not exploited. Not yet. We are not producing gold, we have cement, we have all these things are not operational. Someone was saying that we have weak institutions. We really mean it in a bigger picture, not just on oil, not just on non-oil revenue. On the oil revenue, the governor of the bank has explained the conventional way of collecting taxes is that you bring goods, you go and pay to the bank. There is nothing called exemption. There is nothing called paying cash to an individual. There is nothing called, you don't see money. Money goes straight to a government account. But that system is not in place. There is something called value-added tax, which is usually up to 18, 20%. Mafi. So all the people operating hotels here are just getting money free of charge. That's what we mean by weak institution. And it's our drive to make sure that we fix this institution. On the Sudan conflict, surely most of you came from Sudan. Surely. And you know what it means. It affects the longest border of our country. It is flushed in almost 500,000 or even more than 500,000 people to come and take refuge. And now the country is divided, controlled in security-wise by many factions. So that means part of our oil pipeline is controlled by RAF, another one is controlled by the Sudan armed forces. If we don't play your politics correctly, and thank God, our president is now the chair of Israel Community, and he is known to be the only one who can bring peace in the Sudan, because he can talk to both sides collegially, friendly, and they respect him. They could have even shot the pipeline. And what would happen? This country would collapse. Foreigners have taken over our market. Where are you, South Sudanese? What money don't you have? Even Moyo, Gangulen, seriously, this is abusing. Now we see electricians are foreigners, carpenters are foreigners, drivers are foreigners, everybody is foreigner. Even the journalists are foreigners probably. I mean, we have to rise up. The liberation of a country is not just removing the enemy, it's also checking and taking over the other sectors. That's what liberation is about. So let's work with our government, let's work with the people for us to be able to complete this liberation. Not just freedom, political freedom, but also economic independence. Very important. Security independence, very important.